Now, I don't know if you have them in your country, but sparrows can be quite annoying. So today we're going to make a better one, because this one won't eat your grass seed. Let's roll. So the first thing you want to be doing is dividing the paper down the diagonal. Now throughout the tutorial I use a folder, but you don't have to, it just makes it a bit easier for me. Next, flip the paper over and divide down the diagonal on the other side. Now feel absolutely free to pause the video whenever you need to. It's never a race, and the more time you take, the better the outcome. Next, you're going to fold this edge into this edge, essentially bisecting the angle in the corner. So today I'm using a bit of pale yellow 80 GSM paper, which I've cut into a square. This is the same way as your average paper, so you can use that too if you want. And the same on the other side. Awesome. Now you're essentially going to try and intersect the two angles. So fold one side flat, put your finger at the corner and flip it over like I have. Try and bring the folds at the top as close together as you can, and you should have a bit of excess left over. If you've done it right, it should line up parallel to the top edge. And fold it back the other way, so you have a centre crease like so. You're then going to use a centre crease to fold this edge into it. Then unfold it. You're going to flare it out along the creases that you've just made. I like to use a folder and twist it sideways, but you can use your fingers, they should be absolutely fine. If you've done it right, it should just nicely sit down in the creases like so. Now the bit that you're folding now is going to be the tail of the bird, the other side is going to be the head of the bird. Just keep that in mind throughout the tutorial. For this next part, you're going to fold this edge into this edge here. You can move the tail out of the way like I have. It doesn't really matter where the tail is, because you can always adjust that later on. You're essentially going to fold into a diamond-like shape, and then you're going to fold the point back down. Now this is actually the first video I put out, so if you do me a favour, swipe up, smash that like button if you like what you see, and hit the subscribe button if you want to watch the channel grow. Don't worry about how I've positioned the tail, as I've said you can always change this later. You're then going to do the same for the other side. So you're actually currently folding the wings of the bird. Later on you'll see we fold the project in half, so the wings end up on the outsides. Flip the project over, and you're then going to draw an imaginary line in between the centre crease and the edge. You're then going to fold the edge onto this imaginary line. And the same on the other side. You're then going to fold the entire project in half. Next, let's make the head of the bird. You're going to fold the top edge down so it intersects with this point. Make sure that the bottom is parallel with the bottom of the bird. Open the project up and then fold the head inwards. And close it back up. Now let's make the beak. You're going to open the head up and you're going to fold this edge into the centre. You're then going to do the same for the other side. You're then going to close the head up. Now this next step's optional, but I think the bird's a little bit big, so let's just skinny it out a little bit. We're going to fold from the bottom of the beak down to the corner of the belly. Then flip the bird over and do the same on the other side. Just take your time with the step, it can be a bit tricky flying on the edge, but looks better if done right. You're then going to use the creases that you've just made to fold these inside the bird. Open it up and reverse the folds. And again, just popping it in there, swipe up, it helps heaps. You're then welcome to flare the head, the wings and the tail out however you like. One thing which I really like about this bird is it actually perches on your fingers. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a sparrow which doesn't eat your grass seed. You're welcome. And black screen. Montage.